Regional Victoria is the market that just refuses to give up. The key regional cities of Victoria have been notable growth markets for the past 4 to 5 years, but amid all the disruption that's currently afflicting real estate markets across Australia, they just keep on keeping on. The strong sales activity seen in the March quarter of this year continued in the June quarter, despite rising interest rates and cost of living pressures. The regional Victorian market appeared to have peaked in early 2021 and to be gradually fading after a couple of strong years, but it's shown increasing signs of resurgence in the first half of 2022. The number of locations with rising sales momentum revealed by our quarterly surveys over the past 2 years or so have been 27, 35, 86, 88, so that shows a rising market to the early part of 2021, and then 67, 51, 53, which shows a declining market in the second half of 2021. But then in the two latest surveys for the March quarter and the June quarter of 2022, there were 66, and again 66 locations with rising sales activity. So this shows that the regional Victorian markets rose to a peak in the first half of 2021, then appeared to be fading in the second half of the year, but in the past two surveys, including our latest spring 22 survey, they have found a resurgence in the market. So now regional Victoria has been a national leader of the exodus to affordable lifestyle trend for a number of years, and it continues to draw residents out of Melbourne. The big three of regional Victoria, which are Geelong, Ballarat and Bendigo, have been producing high price growth for the past 4 to 5 years, but continue to attract significant buyer demand because of their strong local economies, their links to Melbourne, and their affordability relative to the state capital. Municipalities outside Greater Brisbane to the southeast, like the municipality of Cardinia, which includes growth markets like Beaconsfield, Pakenham, Coogee and Emerald, and Latrobe City, which includes rising markets like Maui, Orwell, Churchill and Newborough. They're showing persistence and resilience as well, despite having had 2 to 3 years of strong price performance. In the hill change municipalities north of Melbourne, both Mitchell Shire and the Macedon Ranges local government area have significant growth locations, and they include in Mitchell Shire, Beveridge, Kilmore and Seymour, and in Macedon Ranges, Romsey, Woodend and Kyneton are notable growth markets. At the New South Wales border, Wodonga, which has had several years of growth, still has a busy market, while in the northwest, Mildura is still a rising market. Most of the towns of the greater Shepparton LGA are rising or consistency markets. Torquay continues to attract good demand on the surf coast south of Geelong, while out west, Warrnambool remains one of the state's best performers. Elsewhere across regional Victoria, there are smaller regional centres which continue to produce busy property markets. Local government areas with buoyant markets include the local government areas of Wellington, which includes Sale and Loch Sport, Moira, which includes the towns of Cobram, Yarrawonga and Numurkah. The local government area that includes Echuca and Kyabram. Moorabool local government area includes growth markets like Darley and Bacchus Marsh, and also South Gippsland, which includes Leongatha and Venus Bay. And other good performers include smaller towns like Ararat, Benalla, Bannockburn, Maryborough and Swan Hill. Now, Colac stands out for its consistency. It received our award as the most consistent location in Australia in our winter 2022 edition of the Price Predictor Index, and it continues to be very consistent in terms of the number of sales, while Stawell has a similar level of consistent sales activity quarter by quarter. So overall, activity in the key centres right across regional Victoria remained busy, and prices are still rising in most of these markets. Whatever mainstream media says about markets crashing in various parts of Australia, it's certainly not happening in regional Victoria.